Hello everybody, Ham Solo here, Kilo Zero Foxtrot Yankee Romeo. I am doing a last part of video on that Yagi that I got from MFJ and wanted to see if I could do it as a slant, but the reverse slant. And so had been gotten some comments on the other videos where they said, well, hey, did you try it as a backslash instead of a forward slash? So this is just kind of a follow-on like that. The starting video part is going to be kind of like the carry-on of something that I was editing that I didn't use in the last video. And so this is going to be a test of the slant antenna before I put it in its final position for ever and ever, the way I'm going to keep it. So stay tuned, let's see what happens. If anything, if I try anything else, it would be to go from the forward slash configuration to a backslash configuration. I don't think I'm going to hold up the video for that. I'm not sure yet. It just all comes down to editing. But I think the slant seems to be working better than the horizontal or the vertical to get the most stations out of it. And so, again, I'm only 8 feet off of the ground and pointed fixed at Pikes Peak. Maybe it would be different if I had a rotator and could just move the thing around all over and it was 30 feet up in the air. I'm sure that would be a big difference. But right now, it seems like with the bounce that's happening off the mountain, the slant orientation, 45-degree angle, seems to be getting the best propagation. That's what it seemed like. This is one of my last tests of the Yagi that was given to me by MFJ, the Cushcraft A23010S. And so it was at a slant, let's call it forward slash, and now I've turned it, and so it's at a slant, kind of like backslash. And so gonna try that on the vertical single sideband net tonight, see what happens. All right, so after several nets, I'd say probably 4 or 5 at least, this is the last one that I'm going to do. And what I've done is the last parts of the video you probably saw were with the antenna slanted, and I was doing the morning net on Saturday, the evening net on Saturday, and that's going between horizontal and vertical for those nets. And then the... Hey, Jim, you're putting out a 20/9 signal, but your audio is... And that would be also with the night net on Monday night, the following Monday. They go back to horizontal. And I was at a 45-degree slant, like a backslash the entire time. And so someone suggested on the vertical net for Saturday night that now that I had it as a backslash, that I then do it as a forward slash. And so, or I'm sorry, probably the other way around. So I had it as a forward slash on a computer, and they suggested doing it 45 degrees as a backslash. And so now I've changed that to a backslash, and we'll see how it goes. So this is a vertically polarized net on Saturday night, and I'm doing a backslash 45-degree angle.
I got him. I wasn't looking at the meter, but 100% copy on FYR, and in the list at number 11.
So I got number 11 on the list. I think that's almost where I was last time, so we'll see how it goes. He said just shy of S3 on his meter.
The last time we spoke 3 weeks ago, I was on this antenna, so that hopefully will give you some correlation. S3 into Whitefield to my vertically polarized antenna. So there you are, sir. I think it's working. And like I said, your audio, whatever you're using on that end, it's really nice for punching through the noise. I had an absolute perfect copy on you with you just below S3, and my North Shore is just above S1. So not a lot of headroom there, but you got right through it. So good signal from Divide all the way down here into Whitefield.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm using the Yaesu FT897D with the, I'm pretty sure it's the stock mic. It's the MH31 mic and just whatever the normal settings are on the radio. So I guess the antenna is making the difference probably on that one. K0FYR.
Yeah, I agree. Alrighty, good copy on the 897. Good radio. If I didn't have an 857, I probably would have picked one of those up because I have a problem and I keep buying radios. Alrighty.
All right, so was trying the antenna, like I said, as a backslash. So was here the net before. Now I'm here for this net, and it doesn't seem to have much difference on these vertically polarized people. It's pretty much the same signal reports I think I got the last time with it in the other configuration. So I don't really have a preference whether I keep it this way or put it back the other way. So I just kind of have to play it by ear and see how I want it to sit. Other than that, I think, you know, it's what it is, and the antenna's getting out. I will not be here long enough to probably get any horizontal people. I can try on Monday morning before I have to leave, and maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll try Monday morning at the 8 o'clock net, the horizontal people, and then maybe that'll be the last part of this video. So until then, let's stand by, and if I don't get to it, then this is Ham Solo K0FYR 73. So this should be the last test. This is the backslash of the Yagi antenna. This is the horizontal beam spinners, and I have it in a 45 backslash.
No, try it again. FYR, I think your mobile. What's the prefix?
It is Kilo 0, Kilo 0, Kilo 0.
Okay, and your mobile?
Negative. I'm in Divide by Pikes Peak.
Oh, yeah, you're down in Divide. Oh, FYR in Divide. Okay, good morning. I got the beam up towards Long Peak. Interesting. You're coming in so well with a bounce off of Long Peak. So, Duncan, FYR in Divide. Roger. Yeah, I finally got that. Good morning. Just wanted to make sure you got checked in there. I don't know who you're working, Dr. Dave. He's next control, so send it back to him.
Doing pretty good. I am doing a last test of this Yagi antenna. I've done this net with horizontal, I've done it with vertical, I've done it with forward slash, and this is now a backslash 45-degree slant. Just trying to get a signal report. K0FYR.
FYR. I think I was copying you better when I was pointing towards Long's Peak than I do now. You dropped down a little bit. Could you repeat what you mentioned there, over?
Yes, sir. I was doing testing on this Yagi antenna, and this is the last test I was going to do. This is a 45-degree angle. The first time I did that one was as a forward slash, and now I've done it another 90 degrees the other way, so it's a 45-degree angle to the left, and it is a kind of like a backslash on a keyboard. And I was just trying to get a signal check. K0FYR.
Well, you're S9 up here in
Wow.
Parker Highlands,
S9.
a little to the east of Parker. And, yeah, well, you know, you only lose, I think you and I went through that, you're only going to lose 3 dB of published gain by going 45, well, it'll be lose 3 dB in horizontal, 3 dB in vertical, but yeah, worked fine. You're sounding good this morning, over.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yes, your S9 as well, probably 20 over. And no, I just wanted to see, somebody suggested trying it the other direction of the 45 to see if that made any difference. And so this is all just for checking to see which way is the best orientation of this antenna.
Oh, yeah, it probably wouldn't make any difference whether it's 45 degrees left, 45 degrees right. But the only time that situation comes into play is when you're using a helix, where if you're going a right-hand circular to a left-hand circular helix, it's like zero gain. It just about cancels out totally. But how many element is this Yagi?
It's only 5 elements. 5 elements on 2 meters.
Well, sure doing a good job. Good to hear you on again this morning. So, any plans, wild, wonderful plans for the week, over?
Yes, sir. I have to fly to Houston here in probably a couple hours. And then I will fly from Houston to San Diego. And then fly from San Diego to Chicago. It's all a big, long work trip, probably 2 weeks long.
Wow. I don't miss that sort of thing. Yeah. Back when I was doing consulting and manufacturing, when I was off consulting, I couldn't be manufacturing, and when I was manufacturing, it was hard to do consulting, except for over the phone. Well, you have a good trip there. We won't hear you for about a week, over.
No, it'll be at least 2 weeks. I won't be back till after the 5th of May. But I am going to be able to see the Cubs over at Wrigley Field when I'm in Chicago. So looking forward to that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Randy was mentioning caught the ball game last night here. Okay, good deal. Let's see, anybody else south with your 6OAL?
Well, so that is that. It doesn't seem to make any difference whether it was a right slant or a left slant. Didn't notice any change in the signal. Dr. Dave, W6OAL is fairly smart. He's the one that gave me the math equation to find out the loss. So, yeah, I think he has a good analysis saying that only circular polarized would probably make a difference on whether a helix went right or left, and I tend to agree that. So this has been the test of the Yagi from MFJ. It's a Cushcraft model A23010S, and I need to get with Rich because I still am missing the one element and broke the connector for the 70 centimeters. So that's something to, I guess, to test out. I don't know off the top of my head. I don't think there's any sideband for 40 meters, but, or I'm sorry, for 70 centimeters. And so it's just more just to see if I can get the rest of the Yagi to work. Alright, I was finally able to get back home after that long road trip. So I'm standing here in front of my Yagi stand, and somebody asked me what kind of stand is it, how easy is it to go from horizontal to vertical. And so I'm going to kind of show you that as part of this little video. So this stand is the MFJ 1918 portable mast, and so it's been sit down here in the yard now for I guess about 10 months, and it's kind of bleached out a little bit of the black color. The actual top portion is jerry rigged, so I made this out of PVC pipe, and so went up about 2 feet or so, and then teed it off into one arm over here, and it was actually set up like a goalpost when I first made it, and I ended up having to cut off the ends of the goalpost that was going straight up, so I could put the 2 Yagis on there. And so, you know, not the best design, I guess, but it's what I made. And then these U-clamps, I had to buy those separately online. Got a lot of rocks down here weighing down the bottom, and it's been fairly windy over the last day and a half or so, and so I'm getting like 60-70 mile an hour winds, and so it's kind of pushed or tilted the antenna out, and so I had to replace the rocks. Some of the rocks fell off the bottom, so I had to put those back on. And then I'm going to be switching the Yagi from this slant. This is a backslash. I'm going to go back to a forward slash, so it's still going to be slanted 45 degrees, but it's going to be back the original slant that I had, which is kind of like a normal forward slash on the keyboard. And so let me show you how I do that, and then I'll be kind of the end attached to the rest of the video. Alright, so I can try to see this in the viewfinder. Basically, if I want to turn this antenna, whether I'm going horizontal, vertical, or slanted like it is, I need to loosen these bolts here on these U-clamps that go across the pole. So the 2 on the top that go across the pole, one there, one over here, wherever it is, right there. I have to loosen those 4 bolts, and basically I twist it with my hand once I loosen those 4 bolts. So let me undo those. This is a I'm using an 11 millimeter box wrench, and that seems to fit it the best. So let me loosen those 4 bolts, and then I'm going to turn this. Alright, didn't take much loosening on all 4 just to get them kind of loosened up. You can see they're still almost flush up against the thing, but I should be able to grab the pipe here, and then I'm just going to tilt it or turn it. We get a cross member, grab it with my hand. Oh, I'm sorry, I got to go the other way. So there you go, turning. Now I've got it slanted now the other direction, and to measure that, I've got a level, and so I'm going to put that level on one of these cross arms, and it went just a little bit too far, so let me turn it back just a little bit with my hand. Alright, and try that with the level. Kind of hard to hold both things, the camera and the level. That's almost too much. So another little turn. See if that made any difference. It's almost right in the middle of the level, and I think that's pretty good. One more check. So almost right in the middle. It should be a 45. Yep, right on the money. And so now I've got it slanted back to the forward slash, and that's where I'm probably going to keep that. But yeah, it's just loosening those 4 bolts, then you're able to turn it. And then the PVC pipe, again, is what's holding the other U-bolts, that holds the bracket on. Same with my other, the 220 Yagi. And I have them pointed at the center of Pikes Peak. And so it's kind of how I have them situated. Alright, so the exciting conclusion to the MFJ Cushcraft 2 meter 70 centimeter Yagi, the A23010S. Got it back in that final position with the slash, and that's the way I'm pretty much going to leave it. Try to figure out if I'm going to permanently mount that at some point, or just leave it on this stand out in the back, as long as the wife doesn't complain too much about it. And so that's kind of the end of this video. This is Ham Solo K0FYR and 73.